What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to AV. I got a review for you on a mouth-to-lung RTA, the YDDZ V1 22mm RTA, set on top of the Aegis Max. Let's get into it. This was sent to me from the YDDZ company for the purpose of this review. So I can change my opinion of this RTA. 22mm holds 4 mLs. It's on the inexpensive side of mouth-to-lung atomizers. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive down. I'm going to show it to you. Show you everything you need to know about it. Put a build in it, wick it up stills, the whole nine. And then we'll come back up top. Pros and cons, final thoughts. Sit tight. This is the close-up, guys, of the YDDZ V1 RTA. Inexpensive RTA. Mouth-to-lung RTA. All right. 22mm diameter, holds 4 mLs of e-liquid. It's made out of 304 stainless steel. I don't know what the F is there for, but 120 grams in weight. It is pretty heavy. It's built pretty well. And then you got some airflow pins that I'll show you in a second. You're going to open it up. You're going to get your YDDZ V1 mouth-to-lung RTA. You get nothing, no user manual, no warranty card, no nothing like that. You're going to get an Ultim tank if you wanted to make that Ultim instead of clear. You're going to get a bag of additionals. You're going to get Allen key, you're going to get O-rings, you're going to get grub screws, and then you're going to get 3 additional airflow pins. You're going to get 3 airflow pins, one installed, okay, which is going to be the 2mm, that one right there. And then you have a 1.6, a 1.2. All right, so if you wanted to make the airflow tighter, you would just have to unscrew and add these different airflow grub screws for the airflow. It's 22mm in diameter. All right. You got a Ultim drip tip up top. Put that in there like so. Top fill. Unscrew this. And there is your fill channels. Nice and big. No problems there. Screws on nicely. Nice O-ring. No issues whatsoever. Then, if you look right here, you have the juice flow control completely closed off, halfway, fully open, and there's an arrow. So you would just adjust that accordingly. Okay, it does close to tighten, and then when you do that to open, it does open. So it's in the right configuration. There's the airflow right there. As you can see, you can use a flathead to adjust that and take that out if you wanted to. All right, and put that back in. It's a little bit of a pain. Then if you wanted to, where is it, right here? Yeah. You wanted to clean the tank and to clean the RTA, you can unscrew it from that spot. That's going to show you the juice flow control right there, those 2 little holes, those 2 little dots. All right, and that's for the open and close, the track. And then you got that there. You can take that apart and clean it. And then you can throw it back on. YDDZ V1 gold-plated 510 pin. It is protruding. You can use on a hybrid. Number 426. Good threads. Nice coating on the atomizer. There's the deck. It's just a 2-post with a cup. Kind of not really a cool deck at all. You got an Allen key there. Allen key there. You got a notch there and a notch there. That's going to line up the juice flow. So if you look in here, airflow's coming in from this direction. Then you got those 2 little stainless steel holes. That's the juice. That is going to line up and drop on the sides of the coils. Okay, which I think is kind of weird. You know, there's a lot of real estate here on both sides, but it's going to drop on the sides where your wicks are, you know, so you can put your wicks and then wrap them that way, you know, wrap it like that, right? So it's going to lay and it'll hit and it'll eventually, you know, hopefully fill up that little cut. But we're going to do a build. Now, I did a different angle, but we're going to do something a little different this time. It's mouth to lung. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fused Clapton that I re-wrapped previously. It's been sitting in my drawer for a while. And we're going to do our own coil on a 2.5 or 3. So what do I have to tell you about this one? Pros and cons. Con number one is that the bottom doesn't seat well onto the deck. Like there's a gap. And I push it down and I get the notches in the right position and it just doesn't want to seat all the way. It doesn't snap in. It doesn't go fully. There's just a little bit of a gap. So that's a con. I don't like that. Any other cons, really? How's the wicking on it? The wicking is pretty good on it. It wicks pretty well. If I have to close it down to about halfway, if I have it fully open, it just floods. It kind of floods. And now I don't know if that's got to do with the barrel going on the deck, and you know it doesn't really fully get a full vacuum seal. Could be a possibility. I don't know. It wicks well. I don't get leaking, you know. I don't get leaking, you know, but if I purge, it will leak, you know. Probably because I'm maybe forcing the e-liquid down, but I have the juice flow halfway. I have some rod and shotgun inside, 3 millimeters. I put a 3.2 fused Clapton inside, 3mm ID, showing up as a 0.32, 35 watts. And it does have, I believe, if I can remember off the top of my head, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, and 2mm airflow slots. I have the widest one available that it came, the widest one. So this one's like a loose mouth to lung, almost. It's like a loose mouth to lung. Now the deck on it's just a 2-post. It's got a cup, and you kind of want to wrap your cotton, kind of old school, wrap your cotton, you know, like a snake, kind of like a yin-yang symbol in a way. And it's gonna, now the where the juice drips down onto the cotton, it's gonna drip on the opposite sides of the coil. So if the coil's here, this direction, it's gonna go right here. It's not gonna go here, it's gonna go here. So that's why you want your cotton there and then wrap it so it's gonna hit there, and then it's gonna soak and fully saturate the cotton all the way through. Holds 4 mLs, easy to fill it. Drip tip's nice, comfortable. Ultim tank as well. That's cool. Pro. Airflow on the other ones are tighter. You can get a super nice mouth to lung, tight. I like the airflow options that they give you for mouth to lung. I think they're nice. I think people that love mouth to lung are going to enjoy the airflow on this. And it goes in directly in front of the coil. So it's a one-directional airflow system hitting in front of the coil. You want it a couple millimeters above the deck, and it'll hit there on a nice spot, right on the side of the coil. Nice mouth to lung. Considering this is like a new company, definitely a new company. I can tell by the packaging. I can tell, you know, where it's being sold. It's a very inexpensive new company, 304 stainless steel, but they didn't cheap out materials. You know, they really didn't cheap out materials. It feels nice. The O-rings on the deck are nice. I kind of think it's weird how you pop the barrel off the deck like an RTA. I've never really seen too many RTAs where you just pull the AFC barrel right off to get to the deck and then pop it back on. Usually it's screwed in. Keep that in mind. I think that's also to do with getting the right vacuum seal for it to wick properly. So I do wish that they screwed the deck into the rest of the atomizer versus having it pop on and off like an RTA, because I don't think it really gets the correct vacuum seal with that, you know? I mean, you could get to the deck without draining the tank. You just flip it upside down and pull it off, and you're at the deck. You know what I mean? So that's good. You can fully disassemble it. How's the flavor? How's the performance? Vape production is really nice. I got a fused Clapton in there. You could do round wire. I tried to do a little higher resistance. You want to be careful about where you position the coil, how wide the coil is. If you get it too wide, those little rods that drip the e-liquid down, and if the coil's too high, it's going to hit those. It could possibly hit those and damage the coil, etc. So I like to keep it low, close to the deck. 3mm IDs you can get. 2.5 would probably be better. Flavor's good. Flavor's good on it. This is a good performer for an inexpensive RTA, you know. It's about $19. 18, 19 bucks. Not bad. It's really, really not bad for that price, man. This is a really pretty good, inexpensive mouth-to-lung RTA. Holds a lot of e-liquid. It's really tall. It's kind of tall as well. I do like the quick access to the deck by pulling it off, but I think that does affect the wicking a little bit. But you can close it down. You can close the juice flow down, you know? So there is ways to avoid flooding. If you like mouth to lung and you want something inexpensive and you want to maybe try something that's inexpensive, you're looking for something new, this might be one to pick up. It gets a thumbs up from me. A couple cons to it, like I mentioned. That's what I got for you today, guys. Hope you found the video helpful, informative. Stay juiced up, screw lighten up. Don't waste your bandwidth not being subscribed to the channel. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.